You're considering relocating to Thailand or at least somewhere overseas, and you're not only thinking about the upsides, such as the cost of living, but you're understandably balancing that against the risk to the money that you've accumulated, including the cost and access to healthcare. While nowhere is risk-free, Thailand has a well-developed infrastructure similar to what you've grown comfortable with in your home country. In this video, I'll talk about the 4 factors to consider as you think about settling in here. There are 4 areas I hear from our prospective clients, and this includes crime, healthcare, banking, and estate planning. So let's jump in. First, Thailand and major cities such as Bangkok are ranked safer than many cities in the West. This is especially true when it comes to violent crime. Anecdotally, almost everyone strolling the streets of Bangkok has their cell phones out. While folks engrossed on their phones often slow down us quick walkers on the sidewalk, no one seems the least bit concerned about having their phone snatched. I've been in other cities around the world where this is a real issue. The most common risks are petty theft, such as pickpockets, and currency schemes or other too-good-to-be-true scams. A bit of common sense and situational awareness will, of course, reduce the risk. Also, exhibiting patience, keeping your anger in check, and certainly not picking fights will also result in avoiding problems with locals, fellow expats, and the police. At bottom, you'll feel comfortable exploring most neighborhoods in the major cities here without worry. Second, the old saying that the biggest risk to wealth is health is especially true for those of us over 50. By relocating to Thailand, you'll be giving up access to public health options such as access to Medicare or the NHS. However, the good news is that Thailand remains a leading medical tourist destination. That's because there are several private hospital systems that offer lower cost and high-quality care. As a patient, my experience is that waiting times to see a specialist are incredibly short, and the culture of care here permeates the entire experience, from check-in to the nursing staff and the interactions with my doctors. There are also health insurance options similar to private insurance that you can purchase in the West. This includes higher or lower deductibles, coverage amounts, and coverage options. We did a deep dive into your insurance options in a prior video, and there is a link to that below. One note of caution is that the older you get, the less available and more costly health insurance becomes here, so it's a best practice to lock in coverage sooner than later. Hey, if you're finding this helpful, please subscribe to our channel so we can continue to provide immigration updates and information. So you're feeling safe and well cared for, but what about transferring money to your Thai bank account? How secure are those funds? I think you'll find that the commercial banks in Thailand are sophisticated and well regulated by the Bank of Thailand. I'm not aware of any history of bank defaults, and deposits are insured up to 1 million Thai baht, or about $32,000. Now, currently, the Bank of Thailand is engaged in stricter regulatory oversight, which means opening an account has become more challenging. And below is a link to a video we posted on how to avoid hassles while opening a bank account here. It's also more difficult to obtain a credit card than in the US, and the account you'll open will not be interest-bearing. On the plus side, mobile banking and scan to pay through your account is incredibly easy and widely available at many outdoor markets where you'll be buying your street food. Finally, as you settle in here and build up more assets like a bank account, car, or real property, can you leave your assets to your loved ones without a lot of complication? The short answer is yes, although not quite as simply as through a living trust that you might have in place for your U.S. assets. For disposition of your property, you'll need a will and someone to administer that, such as a trusted friend or counselor. Wills do need to be enforced through the courts here, but there is a streamlined process to get that accomplished. Your will needs to be in Thai, so use a reputable translation service or counsel to ensure nothing is lost in translation. You also have other estate options that are likely familiar to you. This includes a power of attorney if you're incapacitated or out of the country, and if you're spending significant time in Thailand, you ought to think about a medical directive or what's called a living will here. You may have a medical directive in place in your home country, but to be enforced in Thailand and recognized here, you'll need a living will in Thai. I hope your takeaway is that you'll find that Thailand offers a sophisticated infrastructure that provides familiar protections and safeguards. There are differences in execution and procedures, but over time, and with the help of trusted friends or counselors, others. These will all become second nature as you become a seasoned expat in Thailand. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, I'd really appreciate your hitting that like and subscribe button.